Hey, it's your soul sister, Iona. So welcome to my spiritual journal where you can journal along with me. I have my Soul Legacy journal, and in it, I want to talk about some of the routines that I put in it and some of the spiritual rituals that I use for intentional living. So if you are new to me, this is where I talk about intentional living. I talk about my goals, my visions, and I invite you to journal along with me so you can share your goals, your vision, what it is that you want to do with your life, what it is that you see yourself doing. So this YouTube podcast is called the Soul Legacy TV. It is for light workers who want to focus on spirituality and business success without doing busy work, without being broke, and without experiencing burnout. So if you are ready, then please do journal along with me. In my spiritual journal, I have lots of routines and practices that I share daily. I come live daily. So if you are new, consider subscribing. I will put all the links that I mention in the comments and the descriptions down below. So check those out as we move forward together. So if you're watching in the Soul Legacy Academy, I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, then welcome. If you're watching in the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, which I'm the producer of, then welcome. If you're watching in the Telegram channel or the community as well. So I share these teachings based on what it is that I'm learning. I always focus on leveraging your light work and your lifestyle so that you can live fully in intention, and really live intentionally in terms of having that in harmony. Sometimes the balance isn't like 50-50, but I am a big believer in building our spiritual business in a way that is leveraged. So I am here showing up with you for you on a daily basis. I have a card that I've pulled from Keepers of the Light, which I will share with you at the end. Do stay to the end. I don't know how long this live will be, but this is so powerful. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. So I'll pull a card every day on the Keepers of the Light Oracle card deck. I'm learning, and I've had these cards for years, and I haven't pulled them, and I definitely haven't pulled them intentionally, and I definitely haven't engage with them every single day, and I'm getting just beautiful soul guidance. I am definitely someone who follows my soul guidance, and I feel like intentional living wouldn't be intentional living if you were not following that. So that's super powerful. What I am going to do as part of my Soul Legacy journal and part of my spiritual routines, things that I do to help me grow in my spiritual business and automate and leverage, I want to share with you. And I share the books that I read, I share the cards that I pull, I share the crystal that is I'm asking for the energy to receive that, to help me be high vibe. Everything that I do is very high vibrational, excuse me. And if it's not, then there's an intention behind that, meaning if I'm not feeling as high vibe, then I will. And if you're feeling high vibe, let me know. If you're not feeling as high vibe, sometimes it is just a pause and a reset of the energy. And sometimes it is there's a resistance. And when you come out the other side, it's like, oh, that's what that was about. So I wanted to share, it is right now, I'm streaming this live on the Soul Legacy TV YouTube podcast, so wherever you're listening or watching this, and it is Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. So I did my daily live, my spiritual journal, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but a short version. So today is going to be a short version as well. You'll actually know how long this is. I don't know how long I'm going to flow with it, but I have a quote to share with you before we dive in. I want to share the books that help me with my intentional living, and share with you that today is, for me, it's in my world, in the Soul Legacy Academy world, is something called Financial Freedom Sunday. And it's the financial freedom frequency. So I break each area of my life down, and I focus on living intentionally and setting intentions and creating space and habits to live intentionally in 7 areas of my life. And I teach my students to do the same. So Mondays is Contribution Freedom Monday. So we'll start again a whole round of planning, setting intentions, living intentionally, reflecting on intentional living, being in alignment with your vision. I do a spiritual vision board that helps you with all of this. So if you haven't gone through it, I'll leave it in the cards and in the description as well. So Monday is contribution for light workers who want to contribute out into the world, but also into your lifestyle as well, into your family. I'm going to talk about that quite a lot today in terms of your finances. So each day is interwoven, it's integrated. So yes, I talk about contribution freedom on a Monday, but really the level of contribution that you're intending for the next year or your lifetime or you've done already today will contribute to your finances, right? So if you're not contributing in the way that you want to, or you're working one-to-one, or you haven't got any clients, or you want to work one-to-many, or wherever you are, let me know. Will depend on your finances. And so I know there's a direct correlation between that. So I teach to work one-to-many, and I teach to create passive income streams and recurring income streams. And I've paused a lot of my business to just set up a lot of that. And part of this is coming back out in the forefront and sharing with you how I do that and how I live intentionally. So we have contribution freedom on a Monday, but it's connected to today, your financial freedom, right? Does that make sense? Health freedom on a Tuesday, because you want to be taking care of your health. You want to have the money to be able to pour into the foods that you want to eat, the exercise, the trainer that you want to have, the whatever it is, the health spas, the whatever it is that makes you feel healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, environment, all like if you are suffering emotional health or anything, you want to be able to know that you have the resources, right? Emotional freedom, what is on a Wednesday. You might not think that that's related to the other areas, but what you're doing in your life, what you're doing in terms of your job, your business, your spiritual business, if you have one, if you started one. Some people like keep going, and it's not the right thing that they're doing, or they're making choices based on money, like not having the freedom, not being able to live intentionally and living the life that they really want to have because of the job or lack thereof, or because of the business or lack thereof. So that's connected to your emotions, your health obviously connected to your emotions, how you feel about money connected to your emotions, what you're manifesting connected to your emotions. So that's on a Wednesday. Environmental freedom is on a Thursday. Talk about your home, your environment, where you're building your spiritual business as a light worker, where you're actually placed as a light worker, where you strategically placed yourself, and what you have around you that you can utilize and use, the tools, the gifts, all of the environment. We're not traveling as much right now, but where you want to travel, where you've been in the world, where you see yourself going, where you're working online. There's a lot of us that have come online now, and a lot of us that want to do camera and video, and there might be emotions around that, there might be money around that not having the finances to do those things as yet. So put them on your spiritual vision board. That's why I've created it. On a Friday we talk about relationships, which is huge. I think, like, aside from your health, that's like one of the big, they're all the big ones actually, really. But the relationships with your soul clients, relationships with your soul family, relationships with your soul tribe. If you don't have soul clients and you don't have a soul tribe, then your impact that you want to make, the influence that you want to have in the world is going to be less than, right? And sometimes that is down to money that frees up your time and your energy to take care of other things while you focus on your business. And relationships are huge, right? The relationship with yourself. So we talk about that for intentional living. And we talk about spiritual freedom on a Saturday, really slowing down enough to hear the guidance, really slowing down enough to not panic and worry and be pushed and pulled by life, right? Just trusting and having that faith and that burning desire. I talk about Think and Grow Rich, that burning desire. I have a mastermind, and I believe in the power of the mastermind, meaning two minds coming together and creating a third mind. It's just, if you're not part of a mastermind, come into the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network and buddy up. I have a masterclass, which I'll share with you more at the end, but it's the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass, and it's Bank 50K in 50 days. It's directly related to today, financial freedom. So if you have a spiritual business and you want to grow it and you want to work online and you want to actually get your gifts out there and use YouTube to do that, then I absolutely have some gold. I have some training for you. I have a YouTube challenge for you. I have a book. So if you click on the link in the pinned comments, you'll see the masterclass. I'm giving a free first chapter of my book. It's called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul-guided influencers compass to leveraging your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. That's for me building my relationships. That's me with my contribution. That's me with my environment, what I want to do, being on Amazon, being on YouTube, all the things are integrated. And today is financial freedom. And I want to share this quote with you. I'm not sure if I shared yesterday's quote, but I did have one. And every single day I look on my Momentum app. It's on my Mac. And there's a quote, and the quotes are just like pouring in, and they're so relevant. You know, part of that spiritual, part of that biological, part of that mental, emotional. When you're focused on something, the reticular activating system in your mind focuses on a specific thing, and all you can see is things that and evidence to prove that. So I want you to be aware and mindful of what intentional living is. It's setting intentions, and it's waiting and seeing where it's filling it. I call it filling in. The universe will fill it in. When you set a goal, when you set an intention, and you lead by what I call your North Star, your values, then things come to you. The more you focus on it, the more you appreciate, the more you're grateful, things come to you. So this Momentum app is like just been wild. It's just been amazing. So this is the quote that I got. I think it's by A.M. Mylene. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not great with names and stuff. I have early dyslexia, so you have to excuse me if I ever butcher your name. So it says, always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. How beautiful is that? Always remember you are braver than you believe, right? Stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And I set the intention. I was driving back from visiting family, from visiting my partner's family, and coming and thinking of what I wanted to share with you. Hey, love. Hey, Robin. How you doing? I was driving back from my partner's family. I was thinking, what do I want to share with you? And I was just like, this year, I've already got my head down and I'm focused. And I was like, I'm going to focus and just really, really bring the best of me this year. And so hearing that, I don't know if you heard that quote, Robin. So Robin's joining me on the live in the on the Spiritual Soul Legacy TV YouTube podcast. So if you're listening to this or watching this elsewhere, so you're able to join me on my daily lives. If you go to YouTube and type in Soul Legacy TV or Iona Made, then you'll get me. If you go to www.SoulLegacyTVshow.com, you'll go to subscribe to the channel, then you'll be notified when I go live. So always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And I have to say it a good few times, not only to register and digest it myself. I'm like, oh, okay. But for you, and sometimes we don't hear those things. We don't hear them loud or clear, or we like reflect them back and say, yeah, well, or just, you know, not fully feel them. And so that is for you. That's my gift to you, to share that what I get, what I learn, what I listen to, if it resonates with you, that's for you. So Robin says, I was responding on Signal and didn't know you were live. Oh, love. Awesome. So Robin and I chat every single day. So Robin, for those of you who don't know, is my lead soul guided instructor in the Soul Legacy Academy and in the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, which we're just getting with pulling off some of the socials and putting on to Signal and to Telegram and in our own private community. So thank you. I love Signal. I love the Signal app, by the way. I've not heard of that. You've not heard that quote before. Isn't that beautiful? it was, I can't say the person's name, so like, sorry for butchering that. That's beautiful. That is absolutely awesome. So every day there's kind of a quote. And as I fill out my Soul Legacy journal, which I haven't really dug deep into it these last few days, but I still wanted to come on live and share my spiritual routine, my spiritual rituals, how I build my spiritual business. And I switch off from my spiritual business, don't get me wrong, but it's me. So when I'm growing me, I'm growing my business. So even when you think, oh, you know, do I have time off? Am I able to spend time with family? Am I able to do what you need to do? Sometimes you do work, you know, this to me doesn't feel like work. It definitely feels like, oh, I'm still showing up, speaking out and serving deep, but it doesn't feel like work. So that is what I want to say. So it's Financial Freedom Sunday, which Robin knows it's Financial Freedom Sunday, because I've been teaching about intentional living for a while now and living it for just over 3 years. I'll have to see when it is. I think it's just over 3 years. That my partner and I discovered what intentional living meant, and we looked it up, and we knew it was living in alignment with our values. It wasn't leaving our life to chance. As the founder of the Soul Legacy, I talk about launching my day, leading my day, and leaving my day. So launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy with ease, grace, and flow. And part of that is financial freedom. We don't really want to deal with the money because that's not why we get in business. But as a light worker, you can shed and emulate more light when you're vibrating at a higher frequency. When we're in the frequency of the lower vibrations of fear and guilt and shame and worry, meaning fear about actually putting yourself on camera, putting yourself out there, fear about speaking to your clients, fear about being judged, fear about all the things that you would know that you have that fear around. If you've got resistance, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of selling, it's really low vibration. So when we elevate our vibration, and we get to do more of our work in the world. And so when we're at a higher vibration, freedom, love, joy, knowledge, empowerment, that's a badass place to build your spiritual business. When you're in worry, doubt, shame, all of that stuff, it is low vibe. Whether we like it or not, it's lower vibration. And a lot of times, so I'm showing this card, I'm waving it all about. I have a card, it's beautiful. Well, a lot of times that we're at those lower frequencies, and we're not that we're not aware, we may not be aware that that is one of the lowest or some of the lowest vibrational frequencies that we can have in our body. So it's not good for our health and emit in the world. It's not just, people talk about the law of attraction. It's not just the law of attraction, it's the law of vibration. So what you're vibrating at with your thoughts and your feelings, what you're vibrating at, you're sending out into the world. So I want to support you because I'm like, dude, you're affecting me too. I'm affecting you and you're affecting me. We are connected. And sometimes we forget that, even as light workers, wherever we are, we even forget that. So I wanted to come on and just share with you what I do in my spiritual journal, what some of my spiritual rituals are. And I will share, I'm back to the reset on Monday. I have a 4-hour masterclass tomorrow, and I will reset and go through all of the spiritual journal and all of the routines. But I am going to talk about the soul income game, because today is financial freedom, which I've done my soul income game. It's connected to my spiritual vision board, and it's connected to how you want to contribute into the world and how you want to receive that financial freedom. And if you say, I don't want to experience financial freedom, that is the legacy that you are passing down, whether you want to tithe, whether you want to pass it on to your family, to your grandchildren, to the community, to the world. If it flows through you as a vessel, as a light worker, it's not only, oh, well, I just want to get my gifts out in the world. You're leaving a legacy for every single area of your life. And don't ignore finances, because if you're ignoring finances, there's a block there, because it's energy the same way as everything else is, you know. So I have a challenge called Bank 50K in 50 days. So I'm looking around and I want to share the chakra crystal. I'll share the chakra crystal today. Robin does an unblock your chakras 7-day challenge, and chakra energy healing on a daily basis. So I'm learning from Robin, and I'm tuning in because I'm completely new to, I've heard of the chakras, heard of crystals, I'm literally at the beginner. I've got a beginner starter kit. I've got a little book of crystals. I've got a little book of chakras, and I'm literally learning, because I am a very, very powerful force, very big energy, and I'm guided by my soul, and I live very intentionally every single day. Like, even when it's not the great stuff, that's still living intentionally, right? I have all of that, and I wanted to bring in these spiritual routines, the morning routine, nighttime routine, and spiritual rituals to really support me in the lifestyle as well as in my light work. So Robin says, yay for the masterclass. The masterclass is pretty badass. I've got to go through it and refresh, because when I share, I don't know if this happens to you guys, if you're watching on the replay, if this happens to you, Robin, when you're sharing your work, when I'm sharing my work, it flows through me. It's a 4-hour training, so I do not keep that in my head. I have notes, and some of it is scripted. It doesn't sound scripted, but some of it is scripted just so I don't lose my train of thought. I don't go off on mad tangents. It's a 4-hour training anyway, so I don't want to make it even longer. And I've said to people, you know, should I shorten it? Like, damn, 4 hours? And like, nah. And it goes by really super quickly, especially when you're on the live. So I do the live once a month, 3 p.m. UK time on the last Monday of the month. So yay for the masterclasses tomorrow. I've been waiting to do this again live, so I'm really excited about it. So if you want to attend live on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time, because I'm the UK, then there's going to be a link down in the description and in the comments for you. Robin says, right, how do we truly share our gifts if we can't have our basic needs met? And Robin and I have been talking, we talk every single day. And I've got a mastermind in the Soul Legacy Academy, but I've also got, so if you're part of the mastermind, or if you want to be on the masterclass, I'll share, but we've got a private one, because we both wanted to have that support, and both know that we have our own shadow stuff. We're not sitting here saying, oh, I'm perfect, you deal with your stuff, I don't have to deal with anything. This is us journaling. Robin has a journal with me series as well, daily vlogs, and journaling is, we share the thing that we most need to learn, right? So we teach the thing that we need to learn ourselves. So they say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. The best teacher is yourself. Do you know what I mean? So teach yourself, follow along, go along, and then you get that knowledge that you need in addition. You follow your own course, you follow your own guidance. It's beautiful. Robin says it flows through and doesn't stick in my brain in the process. Yeah, so it just, my teaching just goes boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, okay. It's like, oh, wow, I took notes. This is why the Soul Legacy Journal and my spiritual journal came about, because people take notes. And I'm like, you're taking notes? I'm just speaking. Let me share that it's a clear quartz today. And so it's crown chakra in our world on a Sunday. So Robin does her challenge, and we focus on the chakras on the route to the crown. And so Sunday it's the crown. So I haven't engaged with this crystal, so it's the first week that I'm doing this. So you'll see in the cards or in the description that I have been doing this spiritual journal with me. So you'll be able to follow along what I've used, and I'm going to go back and reset and go over again and again until I'm clear. I'm clear on the intention of the crystal. I'm clear on the energy, where, because you can use crystals in, there's loads, there's so many. But I've got a starter kit, and I want to just really engage, and I want to show the process of me doing that and my spiritual routines and my spiritual rituals. So this is the origin. It can be worldwide, clear, birthstone April, chakra zone crown again, best for clarity, focus, and visualization. I love it because we've got the soul income game, the bank 50k in 50 days, and we do it. People are like, bank 50k in 50 days, she crazy. We do it vibrationally first, and we do it that through visualization. So this is perfect. It says, as one of the most abundant minerals in the world, clear quartz has been treasured across a broad range of cultures and geographies. In many cases, this crystal has been seen to signify purity in space. That makes sense because it's clear, and has been a symbolic vessel carrying spirits and positive forces. Some ancient cultures believe that the quartz crystals were alive. Even the, oh, do you know what, Robin? I say to Robin, I get this, right at this point, whatever that is, that's when I get it. I get a swimmy energy. And Robin said that I probably need some grounding. I get a swimmy energy while I'm on this live. I don't know that high that I'm not sure. I asked for it not to happen before I came on the live, so it doesn't feel as extreme, but I'm like, okay. So I just wanted to share that, even to the point, so I'm just high vibing, but it's having that balance, even to the point where they could take a breath, albeit once a century. The transparent nature of this stone reflects the clarity of thought which it offers. It is useful in expanding consciousness and facilitating clear, open communication. Are you communicating clearly? Are you communicating with money, like sharing that money is okay to come into your life? Are you communicating with others your needs around money, because it is financial freedom? So I want to focus on that. And so many times we get caught up and blocked on the money, and we are not able to talk about money. We definitely have a block on it, because if I go to the shop and I buy a crystal or I buy a book, and that's an energy exchange, right? Our services are an energy exchange. Through it is a particularly aligned with it. Sorry, though it is particularly aligned with the crown chakra, it is known to resonate on some level with all of the chakras. Clear quartz is used in electrical engineering for its I think this is piezoelectric and piezoelectric properties. Do not like shoot me down for that, because I have it on dyslexia. I end up saying it on every single live. Items such as computer chips, circuit boards, and radios are all contain quartz, so it's really magnetic. Crystal tips: set the crystal on your third eye chakra to establish clarity in your meditation. Try repeating mantras like, I am clear about my goals and motivations. And I think that's really key, actually, the motivations behind your goals. Now, if you're a light worker and you have that purpose, so we talk about contribution freedom on a Monday, having that goal to contribute into the world and your lifestyle and building everything around that, I feel like that's one, a clear goal, and two, the motivation behind the goal is super clear, so you should be aligned with it, as this will strengthen the visualization of your objectives and solidify the intentions of your practice. I love that. Hold the crystal in the palm of your hand and focus on what you want to transfer to it. So I'm learning, this is beautiful. The crystal will take on your intentions, intentional living, and help you to manifest your goals through its amplification. It is, however, important to cleanse your stone regularly in order to retain its positive energy. And I want to ask Robin, actually, because I'm going to be using the crystals every single day, going through this practice for as long as it feels good, how often would I cleanse the crystals, Robin? So it tells you how to. So Robin did say to me, you know, run them under water. I think you said cold water. But I want to know how often, because I'm using them, tapping into them, feeling them. I haven't carried that many around with me every day, but they're in my presence every day. I'm speaking over them. So I'd love to know that, Robin. That would be amazing if you are still there. Robin says, don't I wish all my stuff was healed already? Don't we just? And so using my spiritual journal, using your spiritual journal, using whatever journal process, and journal along with me on a daily basis, hopefully that will help. And if you're listening to this, let me know if it is helping. Let me know if it's helping to focus on not only the intentions that you set, but actually holding yourself accountable to follow through and say, in this area of my life, so from today to next Sunday, we want to be addressing your finances. All week, we want to have plans for how you're going to enroll your one-on-one clients or your one-to-many clients, creating like income generating activities, right? So where are your income generating activities between now and next Sunday? So that's financial freedom. You want to know that you're spending, track what you're spending, and track what you have coming in. And so between now And next Sunday, what is your goal? Like, it might be a baby step, it might be a big step. If you don't have any activities where you're contributing with your light work between now and next Sunday, so I have tomorrow is my masterclass, which is a 4-hour training, and that's an income generating activity because I have an offer at the end of that. I have so much value, and I have little small offers. I have a $55 challenge, I have a $555 bootcamp, and then I have a 5K mastermind. So it's good for all. So that's my income generating activity to point people. All roads lead to the masterclass. And so on the next Monday, I have a VIP day. It's an income generating activity because those who want to move forward, then I'll have an offer. So, but I'm contributing first, I'm giving value first, and I never drag anybody kicking and screaming ever. Plus, between now and next Sunday, anyone can sign up for my 5-day YouTube from scratch challenge. You can pre-order my bootcamp, but you can't sign up for the mastermind. That's just how I want to work it. I have a filter with who I want to work with and when. What is your goal? And if you don't have an income, or you're not focusing on income in generating activities, what I call an enrollment spot, what do you need to do in order to get that in place over this next week, so that your week, your day by day, week by week, you can focus on presenting your gifts and making an offer and inviting people to work with you every single day? You want to be doing that if you are serious about getting your light work out in the world, whether that is in person, whether that's on the phone, whether that's through a message, whether it's through a DM, whether that's through a YouTube ad, whether that's through an Amazon ad, whatever it is, every single day, 24/7, with the technology that we have, people should be able to buy from you. 100%. People should be able to click a button and buy from you. And if they can't do that and you don't know how to do that, hit me up and come to the masterclass, because this year, 2022, we're down. We're down for it. So Robin says, yes, cold water, you can clear them before and after each time you use them. I didn't know that. Once a month or whenever you notice that energy feels dense. So thank you, Robin, for that, because I am not connected with them in the sense as yet with, like, I would know where their energy or my energy feels in connection with them. All I notice right now is that I keep going, I don't know if it's so high that there's like, it just, my head feels swimmy. I don't know whether that's energy. I don't know. I'm not sure. So I have a very strong vibration. I know that for sure. And I'm sat in my living room on my couch, obviously, and I'm sat in a corner. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. That is so funny. So I can't say that word. I can't say it. So I'm here and I'm sat and my energy is strong. That is funny. Let's switch off Alexa. 2022 is about to be lit. Woo, woo. It is about to be lit, Rowan. Damn straight, it's about to be lit for sure. What I want to do is talk about, actually, I haven't done this for the last few days, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to mention it. I'm not going to read it out today, and I'm going to pull the card. Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read this book, it is absolutely amazing. I love it. And so just aligning your mind. A lot of people, light workers, will say, I don't do what I do for the money. However, being broke, being busy, and being burnt out is not your friend. It's just not. So I have this soul income game, and it's related to Think and Grow Rich, and it's related to your spiritual vision board. And so I did my soul income game. It was inspired by Abraham Hicks and Jerry Esther Hicks through Abraham's teachings. So they have a prosperity game, and it in this game, let me know if you've ever heard of the game. And Robin, you will have, but through me. Oh my God, I know, I can't say it again. Oh my God, that A word. Oh my gosh, I should say. So I was inspired by this game, and you have $1,000 and $2,000 the next day, $3,000. And if you do it 50 days, you have $50,000 to spend in that day. And then if you do it for 300 days, you have 300,000. And it just was, and if you do it for a year, you've spent 66 million. It was a lot for me to even focus. And so every day, the Soul Legacy Journal. So this is, if you don't know, this is a notebook called the Soul Legacy Journal. It's 365 days of your spiritual awakening story. And it says a co-created soul path for light work, to spiritual alchemy for light workers. That alchemy is that alchemizing your core wounds and alchemizing your gifts to share them out in the world so that you can receive money in return. And so it's something that I wanted to develop for myself, so I could imagine myself receiving the money before I actually did, because you know that manifesting and vibrating out as if you've already manifested and acting as if, which feels pretty weird if you don't know how to do that. But the Soul Legacy Journal, I've set this to give you $1,000, pounds or euros every single day, so that you can write in your journal and spend money freely on the things that you need, or the things that you want, the experiences that you want to have, so that your energy is clear, so you're expanding at a different frequency rather than looking in the now and getting caught up in the now. So every single day you have $1,000, pounds or euros again, and I'll come on live and I'll share that with you, and I'll gift it to you when I'm using it myself. There's rules around it, meaning you cannot spend it on bills. Your bills are taken care of. So that means that when you're spending this money, there's no resistance, there's no fear, there's no worry, there's no I'm taking it from somewhere else, there's none of that. Imagine you receiving the money through your business as well. Like, how many clients would you need to have in order to spend this? What are your pricing points? That kind of thing. And then there's no savings, because your savings are taken care of. It's a different element of your financial freedom. This is financial freedom in terms of you are free to spend this on the experiences to have with your soul clients, your soul family, and your soul tribe. And so every day you tithe 10%, every day, even if you don't spend the money every single day. And by Sunday, which is Financial Freedom Sunday, you have to spend the money. So Robin, if you haven't spent your money that I've given you all week, you're going to spend it today. I've spent mine today. So I tend not to do it through the week, because it's like a lot to focus on. And I'm not a shopper where I would shop every day. So that's like not a habit that I want to bring about and manifest. Like, I'm good with once a week tracking in my own financial freedom, my real money, and seeing where that matches. And so when we have an intention to, like I said, bank 50K in 50 days, it's like, how would that come to you? Feel that. So with Think and Grow Rich, he talks about having a burning desire, and believing that that money is coming to you in various amounts in the interim. So you set a date and you visualize that money coming to you, already being in possession of it. And some people find that really super hard. But if you do the soul income game, you're like, vibrationally, the money's come to you already. You've received it. You've received it for the services that you've given. So that's why it's the Soul Legacy Journal, because it's how you're launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy. It's connected to your purpose and it's connected to your business. So it's okay to receive it, right? Does that make sense? Robin says, I have some shopping to do. So I wanted to share with you what I spent mine on. I don't have the list. It's actually in an online shopping cart right now. It's in the cart. So I'm going to talk this out as if I'm going to talk this out and explain it. But when I'm doing it, I do it as though I'm spending as much as I can, like really feeling that, like, oh, well, what color would this be? So there's a shop, which is one of my favorite shops. And my daughter and my partner went shopping the other day, excuse me, and we got some Christmas presents, etc. And there's this shop, it's like a furniture shop. It's one of my favorite shops. I was like, oh, I'm going to go in there. So I don't really leave the house right now, because obviously the world is the way it is. So I don't go shopping, and I might shop online. I'm a big spender. I've healed that part of the money. It's not because I hoard money. It's just because I've got those priorities in terms of where I intentionally and what I want to put my money towards. So this shop, I was like, let me go in this shop. They know me already and they like shopping in the shop. So I had a look at the physical. So if you can, if it's a shop that you like to shop at, but they've got an online version as well, go into the shop and touch the things, feel the things, whatever. So I spent mine on my bedroom. I got a new bed. I got a new mattress. For real, I'm going to be sleeping in that bed tonight, right? Like sleeping in it, the new mattress, and just feeling it and smelling it and having the sheets on me. Bought new sheets. I bought lots of new sheets, cushions. I love cushions. And so I can visualize this really easily because I usually get my stuff from there. When I do my bedroom, I'll do it every few years and I'll go all out. Like I'll spend hundreds on bedding and curtains, and I haven't done it for a while. The last one, my daughter had hers done when she did her bedroom. We go full out. And so I know that feeling. So tap into a feeling where you've done it before already, if you have. So hopefully there is a time in your life that you have been able to just like really go all in. I usually start with, if I'm buying anything from my bathroom, I start with bath mats. If I'm buying anything from my living room, I'll start with cushions. If I'm doing anything from my bedroom, I'll start with bedding. And then it'll see, and it all has to match. So I did my bedding. I got a grey bed. And so when you're writing it down in your Soul Legacy journal, describe it. Describe it, how it makes you feel, just anything that's really descriptive. If you've got a visual, like it's online, take pictures, have that on your phone, put it in your journal, stick it out, you know, do whatever feels really good to you. So I do this once a week, and I will be doing it. This is the first time that I've done it for a while. And I'll share with you every single Sunday what I'm spending, so I hold myself accountable. I'm really buzzed and excited about it because I'm like, I've got my new bed, and I'm, you know, I got this gorgeous, like it's kind of like this material. I like this. It's like a velvety kind of thing. It's great. It's this beautiful chair, and it's got no sides on it, so it kind of looks like this. And it's like a half moon kind of shape, and it has a puffy cushion, and it's a swivel, and it's got the cushions to go with it. The cushions on the bed will go with the cushions in the chair. I've got this alcove where there's an existing chair right now, so that just I can see it in there, right? And so new bedding, new rug. It's like the biggest rug that they've got. And so I used to have a rug. I looked down and thought I'd see my rug. There's a rug that I had in my living room that I bought from either that shop or the second shop that I really like that's normally next door to it. And it was the biggest rug, and it was like £200 or something like that. And I was like, on a rug? Okay, so I felt that feeling before. Do you know what I mean? I've got curtains to match. And then I had money left, so I kitted out my bathrooms, and I'd gone into the cart, and I was like, shit, it's gone over a little bit. So I had to just take a couple of bits out. So I got like towels, burnt orange towels. I like burnt orange towels, hand towels, face mitts, big plush towels. I will tell you that the towels that I have need changing in my bathroom. So it's those things that are going to make me feel really good. So when I go and get in the bath tonight, it's like an orange bath towel, and bath sheets are wrapped around me. Do you know what I mean? It's those things. I know how much they are. I know where I'm getting them from. Why would you need that financial freedom? And well, I don't do what I do for the money. Well, do you want some new towels? Do you need some new bedding? Like, do you want to have a really good night's sleep in it? It's not the money. It's what the money buys and what the money brings. Robin says, sounds beautiful and comfortable. There you go. So whatever it is for you, the Soul Legacy Journal will gift you. I'll gift you that. And if it's not for you, it's for somebody else. So if you're somebody that says, I don't do what I do for the money, you don't want to receive it, one, there's a block. Like, come on. It costs money to live in this physical world. I'm sitting on a sofa. It was £3,500, right? It's like, it's old now, but it lasts. When you buy quality, it lasts, right? So you need to buy the Soul Legacy Journal. Do you like it? Well, it costs money. To buy the books, it costs money. Sometimes it's like, oh, well, the universe will provide for me. The universe will like the universe is just going to give you because it owes you. It doesn't owe you all of those experiences. The universe I believe in so I don't have my values for my financial freedom, but for my contribution, it's honesty and integrity. And I believe in having a fair energy exchange. I don't know about you. If you're someone that says, well, it just needs to give me it, I'm not the lady for you, because I just don't believe that. I think, yes, the universe can provide and it can give us a lot of things, but it doesn't owe you a living. It doesn't owe you anything. There's a fair energy exchange. You can't go around just saying, give me, because I deserve, give me, give me. So people that are homeless on the street would love to say, give me. Do you know what I mean? So fair energy exchange in spiritual business. If you've got a spiritual business, you're doing your work in the world, it's okay to have experiences with your family. It's been Christmas, being able to give those the gifts. To be completely transparent, I will never have a Christmas like it again. I will make sure that there's abundance. I hadn't celebrated Christmas for 5 years, so I didn't get lots of gifts. I got one gift from my daughter, one gift from my partner, and one gift from my soul daughter. I didn't do one gift for Barry, my partner's two youngest. I didn't, and that was really last minute. I wasn't watching the gifts. I'm not a big gift giver. My love language isn't gifts. And watching everybody open them and really be excited that somebody's really thought of them like that, I'm like, damn, check myself. I've checked myself. And the reason I hadn't celebrated Christmas is because my son passed and I miss him. And for me, it's family. Christmas has always been family, and that experience, and seeing Christmas from this lens. I don't know where I've been on the Christmas days, to be fair, up until now. I know I've been missing, right? Now I can see that is me honoring somebody else who wants to have a gift. So my daughter said about, when you get that really good feeling because you're giving somebody a gift, and that's nice, but I feel that a little bit, but I don't feel it like other people feel it. But I like to give some money so they can feel happy and they can feel it. She said, oh, it's the thing that I wanted, when she got those gifts. I'm like, damn, I'm robbing her of that experience because it's not my love language. Never again. Like, being very intentional with my doing my spiritual journal and my spiritual rituals and my spiritual routines and connecting with my cards and my guidance. I'm going to pull the card. Has helped me so much in this last week, to check myself and to be better. Not because it's awful, I feel super bad and I feel really guilty and I've done what's good for me. However, other people have gone without because of some of my choices, and I want to do better for 2022. Robin says, just to be online to communicate around the world costs money. Boom, there you go. 100%. This right here looks like a free live stream. I'm paying for it. I'm paying for StreamYard to schedule out my lives, to do my business on that. I paid for the software to do my masterclass on Monday. I paid for the email follow-up. I've paid for the site that the bonuses are in. I pay it in time as well, right? Time and energy, not just money. So when we are able to make the money that we can leverage, and it saves us time. So I'm able to stream this out, and then you'll see in the cards or in the description, if you want to subscribe, then you'll be notified when I go live. But I'm able to schedule it out because I can use a tool like StreamYard, and they depending on which plan you're on, you can download the audio for it, so that saves me time, and then I can do that, and I can get the transcripts and stuff like that. There's so much. You're 100%. I agree, Robin. Thank you. Absolutely, about family. Yeah, it's time to check ourselves and really notice the relationships that we are having, because I don't do it for the money. I'm saying it like that because people can't. I don't do it for the money. Like, I just do it for the money. Like, I have gone without for years and years and years, so that I can offer so much value, so that I can learn, so that I can be better in myself to bring my gifts to the world. However, that is not free, and it's not free at the expense of my family. I'm like, damn, if you want to move forward and you want to learn what I've learned and I've invested, absolutely pay me. Like, of course, So this is the card that I pulled today. Again, Keepers of the Light by Carl Gray. He's a Hay House author. And this is the card. Now, I've not had this card before, and I can't apologize for the I think I've got it. Mary Magdalene. I think I've got it without the glare. Way. So Teacher Awakens. I asked which card for the Keepers of the Light, and they've literally, oh, notice the lilies. Oh, that's big. That's big for me. It came out, it jumped out. So I've been getting the cards, I've been pulling one a day, and I will do that. And I'm not putting the cards that I pulled back into the deck. And some people might say, well, you should, and blah, 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 but I'm not. I'm recording that. And when I come down to that, I'm going to just have that process. Again, I feel that swimmy energy. So I don't know, the cards, the crystals, I don't know what it is, but I feel it again. And I'll read this in a second. So it says, Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. Right? I'm going to read it again. Teacher awakens. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. I said that earlier. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything stop you. No, there's not a thing on this planet. My son passed. I'm like, take a deep breath, pause. I took 7 weeks out and I was on it. I did it for a year. I paused again, 3.5 years. I came back online. Didn't stop me. I kept going. There's so many people go, this is going on in my life. That's going on in my life. Listen, I serve so deeply. Some of the testimonials that are on the SoulLegacyTV are from the darkest days of my life. Like, we have no excuse, just none. So I love that. So let me read you this and then we will wrap up. So it says about, again, I have a learning dyslexia, so excuse me for the spellings and the grammatical stuff. It doesn't matter, you get the energy of it. So Robin, are you familiar with this card? Let me know. We don't have a full picture of who Mary Magdalene is. So that says Magdalene and that says Magdalene, because I was like, oh, I've done it again, but that's what it says. Actually was, but we do know from spiritual texts that she was a great visionary and teacher with clairvoyant abilities because she was able to see angels and the soul of her twin flame. You were talking about this, right, Robin? She was talking about the clairs. I listened to that, so I love it. Master Jesus, and after he had passed away, she also had the ability to shake up crowds of people to bring their hearts and minds back to the highest good. She now devotes her time to supporting us in bringing about the radical changes the earth needs in order to prosper and to encourage those who feel the need to teach the joy of spirit. I love it. Mary is a rebel heart in many ways. She helps those light workers. Yeah. So I put light workers underneath everything that I was doing. I'm like, I just have to make a claim for us as light workers. So I love that. Help those light workers who feel restricted by the opinions of others to step up and speak their truth. I love this. Extended message. You have a strong desire to share what you have learned. You may feel people will dismiss you or ridicule you, but don't worry. Mary Magdalene is here to guide you through this process. Your vulnerability is actually your greatest strength because you are trusting the power of your soul. And that part of you can never be broken. Again, swimmy. You are a wonderful teacher and leader, and the world needs you. You have been backed by heaven to you've been backed by heaven, so step forward and share all that you have learned. And that's like a little bit higgledy-piggledy, because, and I say higgledy a bit because I'm receiving it as I'm sharing it, and I'm just basking in that energy. For me, living intentionally, living in alignment with my values, living in alignment, doing my spiritual journals, doing my spiritual routines. It just feels absolutely amazing. If you haven't done my spiritual vision board challenge, it's a 7-day challenge to raise what I call your cheers to financial freedom frequency. So this here, what I'm sharing, Monday's contribution freedom frequency, health freedom frequency, emotional freedom frequency, environmental freedom frequency, relationship freedom frequency, spiritual freedom frequency, and yes, financial freedom frequency. So every single day we touch on the intentional living codes, the dial of your vibration. So you're raising a vibration day by day, day by day. And soon, you know, before you know it, all the things that are on your spiritual vision board or something better have manifested into your experience, and you've become the version of you that can handle that is in alignment with that. And so we set a top priority goal and we just go for it, like no holding back, no excuses, none of the things that tell you in your head, none of the people that and naysayers. We'll do it together. So I'll leave that in the description, in the cards, in the comments. The masterclass is in the comments as well. And just enjoy. It's Boxing Day right now. So Robin, thank you so much. And Robin says, beautiful message. Thank you. Isn't it? It's just so amazing. So tomorrow I will be doing my masterclass again. It's 4 hours live. There will be a replay on the Soul Legacy TV. If you are subscribed to the Soul Legacy TV, then you will get the masterclass. You don't have to register for it. You will get the masterclass as the it's called the channel trailer for the main video at the top of the page. So if you have a look at the homepage or the about of the Soul Legacy TV YouTube podcast, if you want the bonuses, then you need to sign up and enroll in the Soul Legacy Academy. And I have some bonuses. I have the homework for you, where we talk about banking 50K in 50 days vibrationally, but we also want to be doing it in the physical world. We want to set you up so that you can be in. And I laugh because I know that so many of you will be like, really, did she say that? But so you can be in vibrational alignment. Not even 50K, the first 1,000, second 1,000, third 1,000, whether it goes slow or $50 or 10, doesn't matter. Just go as slow or as fast as you want. Oh, my back's itching. But to be in alignment with whatever financial freedom means, figure it out what that means in a year for you, and then we do the maths. So come into the Soul Legacy Academy and I will share that with you. And usually financial freedom for a year, say, at a time, is not as much as what we think, especially when we sit down and do our own bills, our expenses, how the life that we want. It's not as expensive. We all of a sudden we go, was I making such a big deal out of what? Like, honestly, it really it's beautiful when you become aligned. It's beautiful. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really do appreciate it. It's been an hour. I'm like, this will be a shorter live because but I want to share my spiritual routines and rituals with you because I think it's super powerful. And I think that just being bold enough and brave enough to say, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm working on. I've got the back end of my business all planned, mapped out for the next 7 years. So I have this time to spend this with you and give you this gift. And so you know that you're not alone. You know, you're not a light worker. You're not a lonely light worker alone. I want to say I love you. Oh, thank you, Robin. So again, I'll leave everything in the cards and then in the description. I don't know where it'll come up. I'll go like this for you. But check it out. Check out my first chapter. Check out the Vision Board Challenge. Come to the masterclass if you feel. Hopefully, Robin, you'll make the masterclass tomorrow. And I shall speak to you soon. Mwah. Love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.